Hello and welcome to Living Life Well with LaShondra. I am LaShondra, and on today's episode, I'm going to share one of my my family's favorite recipes, and it's one of my favorites because it doesn't take a lot of time, energy for me to prepare it. And on the day that I prepared this, my energy level was at probably a level 2 or 1, so I was just ready to go to bed. But we had to nourish ourselves, and so putting good food in matters to me and to my husband and to our family. And so, so I'm going to be sharing uh, this recipe with you and invite you into my kitchen to have a look at how I prepare this dish. And before I get started, I will say that you can modify this if you're a vegetarian or gluten-free, which is one of the types of foods or diets that I'm eating as I'm preparing more gluten-free foods just because I'm dealing with inflammation. And I love this dish because it is hitting all those important things: flavor, health, and it's one thing that I can cook really quickly with very little effort, and it tastes so good. So, if you prepare this, I would love to know about it. Leave a comment. Tell me if you modify it. I sometimes will change it up, but on this particular video, I prepared it as I call my bare bones way. So, but it is still very flavorful. But yeah, so let's get into the kitchen, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Thanks. All right, so today we are cooking one of my family's favorites, and it is our hibachi night. And sometimes we will have things like shrimp and crab, but it always includes a staple. And so I have these staples right in front of us here. So you take a pan and you're going to oil it with vegetable oil, about tablespoons of vegetable oil, as well as two tablespoons of sesame seed oil, your favorite kind. This one is a bit strong on the aroma, but it's okay. My girls don't like the smell of it, but after it cooks, it's fine. And so to that pan, you're going to take seasoned, I like to use seasoned chicken. And so these are just breast pieces or tenderloins that I have cut up and seasoned with olive oil and then my favorite seasonings. And then you're going to fry that. After this is done cooking, you take the chicken out, set it to the side, leaving all the oil in there. And then to that hot pan, you're going to add your favorite veggies. Sometimes I use mixed veggies like this, and that's fine. But I'm always going to use corn. And occasionally, when I'm feeling fancy, I'll do the deluxe stir fry. And this one is a good blend. And I can use this and make this meal 2 times over for my family. So it's a good bit of vegetables in here. And as well as in this too. I don't use, I think if I had to measure, I would say I use about 1.5 cups, maybe 2 cups of vegetables. Maybe more. I just eyeball it. And then the corn, I just add it to my liking, or if you don't like corn, you can leave it out altogether, but that's cooking in that pan. And then once about 2 minutes is over with, you're going to season those vegetables with sprinkling of ginger. It's a bit spicy, so use at your leisure. And then minced garlic, about 3 cloves, 2 to 3 cloves. So I try to do a little less because we have some kids in my house who do not care for garlic as much. And then once that has cooked, I slide my vegetables over to the side, and then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter on top so that it keeps these seasoned for me. And then on the other side, I'm going to add just a little bit, about a tablespoon of butter as well. And then I'm going to take 3 lightly beaten eggs and cook them in the same pan, but on the opposite side. And then once everything is cooked, stirring gently or easily, it's time to add your cooked rice. I am using Jasmine rice. And so you need about 2 cups of rice, 1 to 2 cups of rice, just depending on your liking. I normally cook 1, and that lasts with the amount of vegetables that I have in my pan. And then lastly, you are going to add your seasoning. So your salt, your pepper, and then your soy sauce. Your favorite brand. And I'm using this one just because it's what I have. And I also know I need to go get more now. So, and when the lastly, I use after I've added my soy sauce and seasonings, I add my pineapples because they are already sweet and everything, and I don't want them to be too mushy, but just warmed enough. So I just stir them in as well. That's optional if you don't like pineapple in your hibachi. Don't. If you love pineapple or are curious about it, try it. Just add a little bit and see. And sometimes I'll use fresh pineapple, but today it's been a long day, so I'm using canned pineapple that's already in the chunks. So this is one of my favorite recipes to use and make for my family. And it's in our rotation, and it's just pretty much almost a one pot deal, except I have to cook the rice. So if I cook the rice the night before, then I'm really down to one pot for that day. So hopefully you will enjoy watching me prepare this for my family. All right, so my large pan here is heating up with the oils. That's sesame seed oil and vegetable oil. And then my rice is done in the back here. I'm going to wash it and let that get itself ready to be added at the end. So to this skillet, I am adding my chicken. Okay, so here's my seasoned chicken that has been cut up, and I just diced it or cut it into cubes, and I'm adding it to a medium-high pan, and I'm going to be using the slotted spoon so that in the end I will get all of the ingredients that I want to come out in the oils. I want them to stay in. So it's going to go quite fast. The longest thing is the prepping, probably the cutting of the chicken and the rice. So that's that. Right, so that is going to start browning here quite quickly. See how fast that's cooking. One side's already done. This video is in real time. If I can get my camera back. There we go. All right, so let's start flipping this over to the other side. This is one of those meals that I could prep literally the night before and then come in and cook it. And I would have it sooner than I would if I called to order takeout from my favorite restaurant. So, and it's pretty flavorful too. And I know what I'm putting in it. So that's just about done. Let me grab my bowl. I'm going to set this to the side. Just about done. And all the seasoning that's at the bottom of this pan, I want that to stay. Hence the use of this slotted spoon. That seasoning will coat my veggies. I like my chicken quite brown. And if you don't, then you can take it out at your discretion. But for me, I like a little crispy on mine, some of them. And that is, so that's done for my liking. So oops, I'm going to take my bowl and scoop this out. This is good by itself. This chicken would be great on a salad, or if you wanted to do fajitas or something like that. This chicken can go a number of ways. Heat it up, cook it, or cook it the night before, and then put it in the refrigerator, and you can have your fajitas, your chicken fajitas, or your chicken salad ready. Okay, so next we have our hot pan, and we're going to use our frozen veggies. And I'm using the deluxe stir fry. You can use whichever kind you like or have on hand. I've seldom frequently used the carrots and peas. I think those are like 98 cents. This one here is a little bit more because it has a bit more variety, but you still just use frozen vegetables to your heart's desire. So that's about enough of that for us. I'm going to go ahead on and add in the corn. You don't like corn in yours, that's okay too. Choose what you like. So I'm using this bag. I think it was 98 cents as well, and I don't measure. I just add till my eyes say enough. Okay, my eyes say that's enough. Okay, so this is going to cook for about 2 minutes. So my vegetables have cooked for about, they're still cooking, but I'm going to go ahead on and just lightly whisk my eggs. Okay, let's see if I can get that in shot. Okay, they're just lightly whisked. Me and my tripod. There we are. I'm going to stir this one more time. They have softened. And next, I will be adding in my ginger and my minced garlic. If you have garlic cloves, use those. About 2 to 3 of them. And then for the ginger, I use it sparingly because it can be a bit spicy. So I just sprinkle maybe about a fourth of a teaspoon. And then I'm going to measure out about 3 cloves of maybe 2, 1.5 to 2. I have a kid who does not like ginger that much, so it's still flavorful though. I've added my ginger and the minced garlic. Go ahead on and stir this in. And then I'm going to drain my rice while that's doing its thing. I prefer my rice from the day before, but the day before did not happen, and it's still going to be good with the rice that I have for today. All right, so that's just about ready to be moved over. Give it just a moment. And I am going to take about a tablespoon or teaspoon of butter, and I'm going to slide, give one more stirring, and then slide my vegetables over to the side so that the eggs can have all the space they need. Okay. All right, so I'm going to reduce the heat just a little bit down to a more of a medium heat, and I'm adding my butter, some on the egg side and then some on the vegetable side as well. You can leave this out and skip that if you want to, but it just gives a bit more flavor for me. And then this is melting. I will get my eggs ready to go on this side here. Okay, eggs are going in. And having a wide pan makes it easy for preparing this meal. If you had a oh man, what was this thing? A skillet. I can't even get the word. It's late at night, girl. It's so late right now, but it has to be done. And we're not eating out. So if you had like a Blackstone or some type of grilling, indoor grilling, then this will be perfect as well. Or a griddle pan or a griddle machine. This will be great to just spread out. So here we are. Our eggs are in. Our vegetables are on this side. The eggs are going to start bubbling around on the outside in just a bit. And I'm just going to start scrambling this. That's it. Scramble this side, mix it all together. And this dish is about to come together, y'all. So everything is done now. My vegetables are done. My eggs are just about done. And then my chicken is done. And I'm using some imitation crab meat because we do like crab in this household, and I'm using the imitation kind because it's already ready to go. I found a brand that doesn't taste too bad, but I'm literally just going to slice these up into little pieces or pull them apart, however you want to do it. I'll probably pull them apart since I'm over here at the stove. And then add this in. So it's time to start scrambling the eggs. And this is one thing about this dish is it is definitely colorful. You can use fresh veggies if you want to, but for time, I use frozen bagged vegetables. I'm able to control the sodium and all that by doing this way. And then I did go and get some more soy sauce. I will be using some low sodium or less sodium soy sauce. Kikkoman, I believe that's how you pronounce that, is what I'm using. And I'm also going to use my leftovers from my Great Value because it has worked out for me as well. This one is an all-purpose one. It worked fine for me. This is what I've used for the last few batches that I've used to make this dish. So it's just about empty now. All right, and then you can use green onions in this dish. I do not have any on hand, but that would definitely give it a nice, fresh taste. All right, eggs are scrambled. That's great. And now it's time to start just mixing everything in. So my heat is still on medium right now. And then lastly, for now, I want to go ahead on and add in my imitation crab. Normally I would trim this up. I'm just doing this by hand. And pull it apart however you want to. Okay, there we are. Now I'm going to give that a mixing one more time. Okay. Next, I will be adding in the rice, and then, so this is going to come along. And I cooked a cup of rice, and this is Jasmine. And I add a little bit at a time because sometimes I have more rice than I want in my dish. So let's give this a mix. And I add bit by bit. Okay. And now it's important to season now because my chicken's already seasoned. My pineapples do not need any seasoning. So I will add in my salt and pepper. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit to low. Adding in black pepper. And then salt. Just a little bit for now. Maybe fine. And then I'm going to start adding in my soy sauce. So that one's completely empty. Now I'm moving to my low sodium one. And this is the Pokemon. I believe that's correct how you say that. I'm just drizzling that over. And I'm eyeballing it. I don't know how much I use. I cook to my eyes. My eyes are happy. So right now they look happy. I'll know more once I stir this up. Okay, you can be okay with that and add more soy sauce at the table if you want. I do have a sister. She's not really big on soy sauce, and I understand that it was something that had to grow on me. And my girls as well. So they were some very picky eaters and they are coming around. I had to prepare this at first by cooking for one of my daughters up until last year. She would only eat all these things separately. So the rice was separate, the chicken, maybe or maybe not, the shrimp for sure, the crab meat for sure she would eat. And then she only wanted the vegetables, which was on the side, which was just going to be the broccoli for her. And then she would eat the rice separately as well. So, all right. So now we're going to add in this chicken with all the seasoning. So I feel like I'm winning when I make this dish because it is simple. It is flavorful. I'm a person who loves to experience cultures through food. And this is one way that I get to do that. Okay. And so now I have my pineapple. I'm not going to add all of this. This is one can. I believe this was a 10-ounce can, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to add about half of this in and reserve the rest for snacking tomorrow. Or my girls will probably come and eat them tonight. Who knows? But this dish is essentially done. I like to dress this with my favorite, or one of our favorites, yum yum sauce. And it's great. It's a good meal. It's also gluten-free. I'm using the Jasmine rice. And I don't have to worry about preparing something different for myself. But yes, this is the dish. It's come together. I may add more soy sauce on it at the table. But for now, this is it. And I'm going to reduce the heat, turn it off. And my dish is done. Today or tonight, we are using paper plates. So I will plate mine now. And then one more tossing. All right, there we are. My favorite part, the pineapples. The flavors from the chicken, and of course the broccoli, and then those little bits of pieces of corn in there. So this is my dish. I'm going to add yum yum sauce. Oh, wait one moment. Grabbing my yum yum sauce. And this is the brand that we are using, Terry Ho's Yum Yum Sauce. We will use the brand, the Walmart Great Value brand as well from time to time. And that goes good. But it's just something about this one that gives it just a little extra. And so here we are. Look, I'm so hungry, y'all. I'm not really hungry, but I know this is going to be good. I already know it. Okay. I know it. So here's my plate and a little bit of yum yum sauce for me, please. Look at that, y'all. Dinner is served. So if you try this recipe, please let me know. If you have questions or want to know more about how I season my chicken or anything like that, please comment or email me and let me know. But yes, this is our hibachi for tonight, and I'm excited to eat this with my family. You all go and live your life well. Bye.